The following program is presented as part of Move to Include, a public media initiative made possible with support from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, a private corporation funded by the American people.
The kids are always part of what goes on the farm. We have 300 Angus cows now. Alec is right there in the mix of cows when we're working cows or whatnot. I guess Alec was probably born with the love of livestock.
Take up and up.
Alec was diagnosed with transverse myelitis at age 6 months. It's a swelling of the spinal cord is what it is. It's rare but not uncommon. The term we use is somebody flipped the light switch. He was at daycare and his arms quit working. The babysitter called us and we rushed him to the ER. They didn't quite know what was wrong. The next morning they had rushed us to Iowa City. The doctor had diagnosed him right away with it. A lot of sleepless nights. Alec probably didn't sleep for till he was 5 years old over this deal. At the time, he was the youngest one at Hopkins to be in a power chair. We spent a lot of days out in John Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore. We actually, our first trip out, I think we spent 2.5 months.
That up. This. Forward. Turn. Drive.
He drives with his head, and you would think that a 4-year-old wouldn't pick that up, and he did it in 10 minutes. He was right to the point where he was ready to crawl when this first happened, so he's never crawled, never walked, never, the chair's all he's known.
I use it every day and use it for a show.
The showing, I guess, came when we had a nephew that started showing 4-H, and came time to weigh in fair calves, and Alec asked where his were. So how do you say no to that? And sure as heck, we got that calf to lead. Yep, 7 months. So the cows have all grown up with Alec in a wheelchair also. Alec's goal is to be involved in the farm as much as he can. I just want him to be interested in the pedigree, Angus.
7 months.
Yep, 7 months. 7, you said?
Yep. Dad, stop.
Right now, he just wants to be the boss of the farm. He doesn't miss anything. He knows what needs to be done, and if it's not done right, he'll let you know.
Alec, chasing back by Mama.
We actually have 3 kids in 4-H. That's all they do all summer also is work calves and show calves.
Well, Chad and I both showed, so it's nice to see them following our footsteps. And they all love doing it.
I just like to have fun, and I like to go around, Iowa and stuff. And it's just super fun to show.
The Gotto family is an incredible family. Just being around Alec and being around the show with him, he's like a true inspiration to all of us. And the way you can put passion and hard work and determination together and to make something good and something great into what we do.
I think it's pretty neat that my siblings get the show. It just makes me feel happy. He was kind of getting stuck in the show ring because all the wood chips were piling up and couldn't get really nowhere.
But he showed he had to get pushed through the ring with his other chair. And I remember I was talking with his mom. At that time, they had a bar that they had zip tied underneath his chair with wheels on it. And they flipped the chair over, and I was like, oh my goodness. So the next day, I started the Facebook group called Tracks for Alec. Several people were interested in maybe seeing if they could help him.
I grew up on a farm here in Iowa. My neighbors were national champion cattle showers.
Tell me about why you wanted to be part of the Iowa Governor's Charity Steer Show.
Because people ask me.
When I saw the news piece when he was showing his cattle and finding it hard to drive, he would have not had the capabilities with his insurance to probably get a track chair for the day-to-day use. I happen to have the connection with a track chair, and we do a lot of community service type things here, and that's just been the model since it's been developed. VGM was founded on the principle and auspice of helping the small business community in the medical world. So I contacted his parents and asked if we could help them with a track chair. They were very receptive, just salt of the earth, nice people. So we were all there, we got it unloaded, and we were waiting for him. He knew nothing about it. And when the bus pulled up, he was very shy, so he didn't want to get off the bus because there were so many people there and stuff.
Alec doesn't like to be center of attention, but once he got in that chair and got to hook a calf to it for the first time, he was instantly excited. Totally changed his life on the farm. Since he's got the track chair, Alec, way more independent, gets a house door open for him and out the door he goes. That was something we always wanted, and our Angus family is kind of who had started it. It's the people, the experience you get to have is why we do it. Alec doesn't care whether he's first in class or last in class, and he's been both. So for me, I feel bad just because of everybody says how moving, how inspirational he is, and don't get me wrong, he is, but for us, that's every day. So
Look here.
it's just the way he is.
The program you just watched was presented as part of Move to Include, a public media initiative made possible with support from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, a private corporation funded by the American people.